Welcome to the People Show. My name is Comrade Kolete Obuade, and today I'm going to tell you only one thing for your inspiration and your motivation. All I'm going to say is wake up. Like I'm saying, for your motivation, for your inspiration, I'm saying only one thing. Wake up. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Studios 2 TV. The truth is here in your eyes.
Welcome back. Today the title of my message to you is The Dawn of an Epoch. The dawn of a new era. Today is the day we put everything on the table. Today is the day we crash the denial. Today is the day we all wake up. We all wake up. If we're waiting for 2024, if we're waiting for a new political party, if we're waiting for NDC in 2024, we are all asleep. And I know some of you are not going to like what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter even if NDC comes to power in 2024. Where will it lead to? You have no factories, you have no industries, we have nothing to produce anything, we're manufacturing nothing. So NDC coming to power in 2024 to do what? Where are your factories? What are you going to manufacture so that you have some power to control what you're doing? We are what? Waiting to remove another group of opportunists, nation wreckers, for a different group of perhaps mild or extreme opportunists and nation wreckers. Either way, we're just changing the seat and walking the same path that leads to dependency, poverty, mediocrity, self-serving, opportunism. Look, the parliamentarians, there is no one member of parliament who is an asset to this nation. Even the president of Ghana, currently, Akufo-Addo and what's his name, the vice, they are not even an asset. They are not assets of this nation. Because today, if they are no more there, we haven't lost anything. Because they are taking us nowhere. Now, you are crying for NDC and their gang to also show up 2024. They have nothing to offer. That is why today my motivation and inspiration to you was wake up. What is going on with us? Are we going to wait till we become what is it going to take for the workers of this country to wake up, to know that the political class are taking us for a ride? And we have, as a people, we need to teach them a lesson. We need to organize civil disobedience. We need to make sure that we all stop going to work. We all stop the educational system. We all stop all the processes that is giving this greedy garçons some legitimacy. We must chase them out and remind them of who is in charge, because they are in bed with international capital. They are in bed with the Washington Consensus. They are in bed with international capitalists who has decided that we in Africa will forever remain the raw materials for the rest of the world. We in Africa are forever going to be the producers of raw materials for everybody else. But we will not be able to use our raw materials. We will not be able to transform our raw materials, because we must not be allowed to use those raw materials for industry, to manufacture, to do anything. We must continue to be the producers of raw materials for the rest of, for the rest of the lifespan of the African continent. I know you don't want war, but I've come to tell you that it's a war against the enemies of great Africa. I know you don't want war. You all want peace. Eat some your small bread and you go and sleep. And you are suffering. And you say, well, I will take it like that. Well, I've come to tell you that it is not going to be like this forever. Wake up. You must wake up. Look around you. Your gold reserves, your diamonds, your uranium, your cobalt, your everything is taken from you. Why? You are just walking here, and all you do is what? Go to church all night, and what? Convention. That is all you think about. That is all your mind is on. You want to go to church Friday night, go to church Sunday, go to church Monday, go to church Tuesday, go to church Wednesday, go to church. What is going on? Do you realize the programming? Do you realize that something is going on in our minds? Do you realize that we have to embrace the painful process of change? Do you realize that for us to change something, it's going to take a process, and that process is not sweet. It is not sweet. If we think the process that will bring us to the limelight, that will bring us to the mastership of our own economy, if you think it's a sweet process, that I've come to tell you, it's a lie. Because the way things are like this, where we just dig up the gold in the raw state, we just mine the gold, whatever we do, raw materials, then, yeah, they call it brochure. Raw materials, yeah, they call it brochure. Raw materials, yeah, they call it brochure. It must stop. Those who are continuing that system, we must destroy all of them. If they don't want us to change the narrative, change the paradigm, we will destroy all of them. And if you are watching me, I'm telling you, those who want to keep Africa as producers of raw materials, we must destroy them. We must destroy them and build a new Africa. The great Africa we will produce. My fellow viewers, are you aware that toothpick, we import toothpick? Are you aware that we import toothpick? Tomatoes we import. What is going on with us? So we don't want to use our mind for anything. We don't want to work. We don't want to see our children prosper, born in a society that we know that we are living a legacy, generational legacy, that will continue, that our children will live in prosperity. Not the prosperity that is born out of taking advantage of others. Not the prosperity that Europe and America and others want to keep Africa down and take advantage of Africa and connive and give Africa aid. Oh, take this money and use it for your fishing sector. Oh, take this money and use it for your, what do you call it? Census. Use it to do population and health. Isn't it enough? Can't you see between the lines? Is it too hard for us to see between the lines? Is it too difficult to see the manipulation, the deception, the brainwashing? Is it too difficult to see it? But I know it's not difficult for you to go to church. I know that one day you go now. If all this abstract so-called one-man church people who put their speakers all around the town, disturbing the society. Now, in our society, anybody can just wake up and mount a big speaker at any place with a microphone, with a big bowl, collecting money. Also, your software, Yamia Freno. Look, this kind of society is not the kind of society that will lead anywhere. A society that any Tom, Dick, and Harry, any Kweku, Mensa, and Kovi can just wake up and put a speaker anywhere and disturb the society. What kind of society is this? Look around you. Are you in a public transport? Look around you. If you're in a trotro, it's better. Look around you. Nobody's reading anything. Look, if you want to test what I'm saying, if you're in a public transport, look around you. Look at everybody. You might find only one person reading something. Everybody is looking in the sky. Or their phone. You're on your phone. Looking at photos. Social media photos. It's time for us to cultivate the virtues, our mindsets, our thinking. Because it's going to take thinking. It has been thinking that others have thought to keep us in this system. This system is a premeditated system. A system that some people have thought, planned, and said, look, these people, let's not allow them to manufacture. Let's not allow them to produce. Let's not allow them to think. Let's think for them. Let's manufacture and send it to them. They will buy. As for them, they like to buy. Let's do the latest phone, they will buy. The latest this, they will buy. The latest this, they will buy. But let's not allow them to manufacture. Let's not allow them to what? Put value on their raw materials. And when you hear our chiefs and so-called big men talk, we must place value on our natural resources. Don't tell us, do it. Don't tell us, do it. Because you are in a position of power. You are in the position where you can do something about it. You hear our chiefs, stop sending our resources. But the chiefs are equally responsible for sending our resources in their raw state abroad. But there's coming a time where no chief, nobody will stand in our way. Nobody is going to stand in our way to building the great African Republic. I said, we will you the one listening to me. You are our leader. You will lead to manufacture, to produce, to maintain the machines, the technology that we need. You are going to lead us to do it. We are tired and sick of this MPP NDC nonsense. This MPP NDC madness. Two groups of people going nowhere. Afrifa here, Kotoka here. Afrifa and Kotoka. What greatness can emerge from Afrifa and Kotoka? You tell me. People who you bribe to go and destroy their home. People who you give money to go and tell them, look, go and destroy. Somebody who is building a nation, who is building your dam, who is building your universities, building your roads, building Tama motorway, building your friend is saying, Tama Harbor. Look at the whole city, Tama. Why do we destroy someone who is building? And rather bring a Kotoka and a Afrifa to come and destroy all the factories. Look, as you are listening to me, remember that the factories and everything that were destroyed, it's a plan so that we will be vulnerable, so we will be dependent, so we will not have anything to do, and will become victims, economic victims of global capital, economic victims, political economic victims of international global capital exploitation. Because you don't have anything to do, you don't have job, and you know that the IMF and those people tell your so-called blockheaded leaders. I'm telling you, Akufo-Addo is not an asset. Mahama is not an asset. And your so-called Council of State, all those people, they are not assets for this nation. They are liabilities. Useless. I'm telling you, they are useless. Taking pay for doing nothing. If there was somebody with something here, they will not take monies for doing nothing. Sitting there calling themselves Council of State. I said they are useless people. Taking money, the taxpayers' money, and stealing from this nation because they are in bed with the so-called your politician. Akufo-Addo is a nobody. Bawumia is a nobody. And Mahama rule is a nobody. It's all leading to failure. You don't have any factory. You are not manufacturing anything. You are not building anything. So if you follow these people, it means you yourself, you are not thinking. You are following somebody who is not building a factory, is not building a machinery, so that you and I can get jobs. We can work in the factory. We can manufacture. We can produce. So why are you following them? Because of your tribe. Because only if you chrome bako. Okay, Jesha Kome of you chrome, so you are following them. What mentality? You think this kind of mentality will take us to anywhere great? You think this mentality will lead us into the paradise in Africa? Do you think this mentality, do you think you should follow somebody who is going nowhere? All these politicians who steal from us, then you are following them. They are thieves. That is why they always what? Share some money to you, so that you share. When they are doing elections, your friend was saying, those who elect the MPs before the general elections, your friend was saying, March, Naze, those who have been electing what do you call it? Delegates. Look, I don't want to mention something to you, but those delegates who elect the people for you to go and elect them, vote for them, they give them what? Flat screen TV. They give them rice bag. They give them oil. Then they give them some 5,000 Ghana cedis. And then they'll vote for the guy who gave them more money. Then you and I will go and vote for these people. And then we also expect that there will be development. There will be jobs for all of us. There will be prosperity. Well, we must question ourselves. How can somebody who actually paid bribes to the delegates before they voted for him or her, how can they help us? How can they help us? MPP and NDC, the only reason why they are the only two-party state is because they are against the success story of Ghana. Because they are against Ghana making it. So they are in bed with international capital who is using them to keep us down, to keep us producing raw materials and sending it abroad. This is what we were doing before independence. We're still doing it today in 2022. We're shipping the gold out there, taking the timber out there, taking everything out there in their raw state, and then we bring it back to Africa, produced, manufactured, then we buy our own things again. So basically, we're stupid. Yeni nyansa, we are foolish. But I know you are not foolish. I know you are not stupid. I know you have something here. I know you are that generation that will change it. You are not going to follow MPP and NDC to the gutter, the rubbish where they belong. A dawn of a new epoch is upon us. The dawn of a new era is upon us. And today I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because we have children in this society. A continent full of the wealthiest resources. We have children who go to school under trees. This mockery. This shameful act. This disgrace. Because we have so-called politicians who have just taken bribes and blockheaded. They think they are going to get away with this. I'm calling on the workers, the leaders of the workers union, labor unions, teachers unions. It's time for us to come together and start the civil disobedience to kick the MPP NDC era out and build something different. Something different where we can start the manufacturing. Put value. Manufacture. Turn the natural resources into something before we look, let's think about ruling the world. Stop this second-class citizen thing of the world. You are not a second-class citizen. In fact, you are the first-class citizen of the world. If you don't know, Comrade Kolete Obuade is telling you. Are you comparing yourself to all those people in Europe and America and others whose whole system is taking advantage of others? Robbing women and children, exploiting other resources, putting viruses in societies, destroying water bodies, and feeling nothing because you are nothing. But I'm telling you, we must recognize that you has a part to play. You have a part to play. Don't tell yourself that this is beyond you. No, we are going to cross this thing together. We are going to build a great African Republic together. The great African Republic must be built by us. We are not going to leave this MPP-NDC mess, this MPP-NDC dungeon. And when I hear people say, oh, but what do MPP and NDC is all we have? Well, I'm here to tell you the MPP-NDC is a conspiracy to keep Ghana and Africa down. That is why when NDC is messing up, MPP will pretend like they are your saviors. They will come and talk nicely. We'll build one factory, one dam. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. We'll give you $1 million each. And then everybody is like, wow, wow, wow. And then you vote for MPP. And then you see where Nanado and his cronies, his family members, you see where they have taken you. Now you're on your knees, crying. The economy is bad. Kromaya ding. But when somebody is lying to you, $1 million, free SHS, this, you ask yourself, what has he accomplished? What has he accomplished? Can he even write a speech on his own? Or his speech writers will go and take some speech from US and come and tell us. Be what? Citizens and not spectators. We cannot continue like this. My fellow countrymen, we cannot continue like this. We must elevate our consciousness. You see, we will never be able to change or transform or progress until we start. The process of our mind must be elevated. We must elevate our mind first. I was saying, who say, yen to me, we cannot be born in the wealthiest continent and have children going to school under trees and have the most filthy environments and have a nation that is importing toothpick. We are importing toothpick. That means we are doing nothing. Anytime you are looking for a politician, you go there, they say they are in a meeting. You're looking for the minister, he's in a meeting. You're looking for the president, he's in a meeting. And what are they accomplishing? Nothing. Council of State, a bunch of useless old men out there taking monies for doing nothing. It will stop. It must stop. The dawn of a new era is upon us. And you and I must make that difference. So wake up. Wake up. Wake up. The People's Show. It is for you. Wake up. I'm done. I mean, if you can see, the truth is always here in your eyes.
Studios 2 TV. The truth is here in your eyes.